In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Keenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Flowers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Coyotes offense takes the field to start this game off. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stim in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard in this running.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Hauls it in at the 40. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Tar Heels offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. On the option. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll run play action. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. They'll try it on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Stevenson. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to pass. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Coyotes headed quickly to the line.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets a block, and the returner will be brought down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the counter play. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels!
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide. The Coyotes will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The back goes in motion. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
It's complete on the right side. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. Let's go! Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, the running back has it. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. And the Coyotes want to crank the tempo. On second down, looking to throw. Got his man on the right. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dingoes!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over the Royals. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And more yards after contact. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Coyotes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive. He can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Slips through the line, and the coverage team able to make the tackle. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Across the 45. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
They go right back to it. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Now they'll run the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Soft spot in the middle. And he breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Coyotes are marching down the field. Gets it out quickly. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. After a drive this long, a field goal will be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dingoes!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Sends it downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. 14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Coyotes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10.
42, Spider.
He's got it on the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
35, he's open. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Discards a man. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Coyotes decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
A little release to the back. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the punishment has been extended.
And we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Touchdown run, nice job by the back, seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. Touchdown, UNC! The defense with the scoop and score. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense, be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're setting up the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Oh, look out. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. The Coyotes will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll try to pop the draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Quick completion to the right. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Ran through the contact. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31s. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. The give out of the gun. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Give to the back. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now this offense will take the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Using the quick game. Bulldozes him. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Kemp. Fighting off the defender. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Coyotes are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He's looking to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. Well, they got 3 back, but That's about all you can say about it. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cy-Hawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed.
The give and tick, 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 tick.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
It must have been a brutal week for this defense preparing for this game because of all the different ways they can attack you and because of how athletic this quarterback is and how he can hurt you running the football. He just showed it to you right there.
The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a win.